Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's pre-match press conference ahead of our game against the Columbus Crew at home. We have head coach Nick Cushing. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get started with Scott Churson in the room.
Hey, Coach, thanks for the time as always. I appreciate it. Talk a little bit about, you came out of RSL last week with the point. You've had points now in the last two games. Talk a little bit about how that's adjusting the vibe with the team going into Saturday. Thanks.
I think the team were desperate to get something from the Salt Lake game. I think we've been disappointed with the last three home games, the defeats to Philadelphia, Cincinnati, and we always feel we always have a huge desire to win at home. So the New England point was disappointing, but at the same time a clean sheet and there was positives from the game. Yeah, it's difficult when you go at West Coast, especially when you play at altitude. So to come away with a point is a positive. We still have a huge desire to win win away. We have to pick up 3 points away. We can't go on losing and drawing those games. But just coming home and having a home game is a huge positive for the team. It's one that we want to get back to winning ways, and we have a huge desire and a huge determination to get back to winning football games.
Going back to the Zoom, Trey.
Hey, Coach, just wondering if you could talk us through how you're approaching missing pieces like Thiago Martins for a while and Maxime Chanot. And is there a link between missing those pieces and playing three in the back, or are those two separate issues as well?
No, I mean, we've played three in the back previously. It's part of the reason, but not the whole reason. There's some tactical elements to it. We're taking the opposition into a consideration. I feel we 100% could play four in the back with the likes of James Sands, Tavon Gray can play central defender. Tony Alfaro's played now. Justin Hack's playing in the back. But for us, I think we know that we have a squad of players, especially hungry players that haven't played football. Tony had a huge desire to go in, then came back out for New England and went back in against Salt Lake. He's training really well. Justin Hack's proven that he has the mentality and the ability to play in the back. And James Sands has, always had the versatility to be able to play there. Maxime will be back post Atlanta. So we have two more games where we have to play without him. And Thiago Martins is progressing well, but is not ready yet. So I think that it's part of the reason, but it's not the whole reason.
Andrew.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to ask about Keaton Parks. He came off obviously early in Salt Lake, seemed to be in discomfort. Wasn't clear at the time if it was like a sort of long-term concern or just in the moment sort of thing. So if you could provide any sort of update on him, and also kind of following on that, just the fact that you're also looking at a lengthy absence for James Sands, who has played a lot as a midfielder. I know he's been back and forth between central defense lately because of the other absences, but like, how do you look kind of at the central midfield spot, knowing that you've had to juggle guys like Hack and Sands between defense as well, and just the kind of like need for more options there potentially going forward?
To answer your first question, Keaton Parks is fine. It was more fatigue than a problem. Of course, he's missed two half seasons over the last 2 years with a problem with the calf, and we want to be really careful with that. We're still in the first, of course, we're at halfway, but still that first part of the season, and he's going to be a really important guy, playing really well for us. A guy that is growing to being a real leader within the group and within the locker room. So I've been really pleased with him. So it was just precaution and fatigue for him. Yeah, it's not ideal losing James, but I think it's recognition of how well he's playing, the player that he is, that he's recognized by the national team, and we support our guys to go. Maxime has gone with his national team. Micha has gone previously. And the guys have a huge desire to play for their country. They all do. And I think that's, I don't think it's so much him going. It's, we play through the international breaks, and all the teams do. Aiden Morris will go from Columbus and Miles Robinson will go from Atlanta. These are, important pieces from each team. And we have to find solutions, the likes of Justin Hack. And, I think for us, when we lose a guy to either card accumulation, international duty, or injury, it's a marker of the preparation and the professionalism of the team. And I think, Kevin O'Toole was a good example of that last year. Stephen Turnbull is a good example of it this year, that, you have to be patient and you have to wait for your chance, but you have to be ready when that comes. And James going will present another opportunity for another guy to step up.
Yeah.
Scott, go ahead.
Yeah, one more. In this case, obviously, Malte Anderson going to be coming back this weekend. Thoughts on that in any way you got him?
No, none really. I mean, if you look across the league, there's many players going back to many places where they've played. There's the nature of our league with trades and transfers. And, we played against Sean when we played against Toronto. Malte now comes home. I have huge respect for Malte because he was a really important player for us. And then the nature of the game is, you find yourself out the team, and his professionalism was excellent. Columbus have got an asset in the type of guy that he is. And I think, he has a lot of friends in the team, so he'll be welcomed back. Good guy. And let's just, I hope he does well there, apart from this week. So
Michael Allen back on the Zoom.
Yeah, Nick, thanks for making the time. This is sort of a follow-up to the first question is you've enjoyed some, a good point at RSL, and you said you had some disappointing results at home the past few games. What needs to change primarily to get these 3 points this weekend, and how have you gone about affecting that this week?
I think we need to score goals. We're well aware as a team that we have to put the ball in the goal if we're going to fix the team and we're going to improve the team and we're going to stop conceding goals from set play and we're going to, organize the team so we don't give away. We gave away 1 goal chance in the New England game. And if we can keep Columbus to 1 goal chance, it'll give us a huge, and a clean sheet, it'll give us a huge opportunity to win the football game. And, when we look across those games like Dallas at home, where we go 3-0 up there, that's where we want to be. That's where we've been in previous years, but we know we're in a different moment with the squad that we have and with the development of the young players. And, we know we can win football games, but we have to score goals. We created enough in the New England game to go and win that game. And we stopped them from, having the opportunity to beat us. So a 0-0 draw was disappointing in that game. And at home, we know to entertain our fans, we have to create goal chances. So for us, it's about continuing to create the chances, whether it be from open play or set play, but we have to be clinical and take the chances.
Final one, Christian Henrich.
Hi, Coach. You talked about the physical factors with RSL last time. I'm wondering if you could see a similar impact with playing at home this weekend with the atmosphere and how that can really boost the lads as they look to get that victory.
Yeah, I think for us, whether we're winning or losing, whether we're playing well or playing poorly, the support is incredibly important, and no more so than when you have a young team, when you have a team that's developing, a new team, and you're in a rough moment. We want to win football games, and we're so used to winning football games at home that we need that support behind us, and we feel the support from those guys that are really cheering us on, those fans that are being really positive and standing behind us and recognizing the good work that we're doing. And, also recognizing that the spirit of the team is there, the togetherness is there, and the real desire to win football games for New York is there. You can see that across all of those games with a team that's really pushing to win. And the guys have been incredibly supportive to each other. And when we're at Yankee Stadium and we really feel the atmosphere, that's when we're at our best.
Great. Thanks, everyone.